All right, it's time. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I'm going to tell you what to look forward for this weekend of October 25th, 26th, and 27th of 2019. So let's start out with some baseball as we have Game 3 tonight at Washington. And the Astros, of course, are taking on the Washington Nationals. And let's say the Nationals have been absolutely dominating the Astros throughout those first two games, as we all saw. And it's quite ugly. And quite the different scene than what we were expecting to see, as we were kind of expecting the complete opposite to happen. But, as we all know, that didn't happen. So tonight, let's talk about who we got pitching for the Astros and the Nationals. As Zach Greinke will be on the mound for the Houston Astros, and Anibal Sanchez will be on the mound for the Washington Nationals in Game 3. And I imagine we'll see the same thing for Game 4 as we did in Game 1 for the pitching matchup. Of course, that was between Cole World and Mr. Max Scherzer. Anyways, let's move on to some college football. As we actually have a pretty decent game tonight, as we got the battle for Texas between SMU and Houston, well, at least for the All-American Conference in Texas. And then we got some pretty big other games as well. Michigan State plays Penn State, that should be a good game. UCF plays Temple, that should be a pretty good game. Virginia and Louisville might end up surprising some people and be a decent game. And Iowa Northwestern, I'd keep that an upset alert. And whoever Texas is playing, I'd keep that an upset alert as well, because Texas has not been playing very well. And of course, we got our big games between two ranked teams in Wisconsin and Ohio State, as number 13 Wisconsin goes on to take on number 3 Ohio State. And then we have number 9 Auburn goes on to go to LSU to take on number 2 LSU. And then we have one of the most classic rivalries in Notre Dame, Michigan going on Saturday night, with number 8 Notre Dame going on to travel to number 19 Michigan. And this could be a do or die type of game for Harbaugh, as he hasn't won very many big games. So that's pretty much what. Of course, I almost forgot our two big Pac-12 night games, as those classics that you always got to tune into, with Cal and Utah and Washington State and Oregon playing for Pac-12 at night. Those are some of the most interesting games of the year, or most of the time in the year or the week, so it's just always good to mention those. Then we got our NFL games, and some pretty notable NFL games this week are Eagles and Bills, as Eagles could see a good bounce back here. We also have our Chargers and Bears, as it'd be interesting to see if either of those teams can come back to what their normal form is. Then we also have the Packers taking on the Chiefs, and that should be the big game that everybody tunes into, even though it would be nice if Patrick Mahomes was playing for them, and probably a little bit more interesting. And then we have the battle for the NFC West in Carolina Panthers and San Francisco 49ers. So, what are you guys going to be watching this weekend? I want to hear it down below, as there's a decent amount of games to end up watching this weekend between baseball, college football, and NFL. Also, what other sports suggestions do you guys have for me? I'd like to hear them down below in the comments. Who knows, your sports suggestion may just be one of the next videos. Of course, thanks for watching. Make sure to click on those links down in the description down below, as there's a Discord link down there, Instagram, Twitter, and also a Patreon link. And of course, just make sure to keep the sports week flowing throughout the day.